As I always say, tell me I ain't got the dopest intro music, y'all. Y'all ready for another episode of Pierre's Panic Room? I know y'all saw the title. I know what y'all thinking. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one right here, as we usually have good ones. But before we start the show off, you know I gotta read y'all comments, the comments y'all left, and see what y'all been talking about. All right, this is from people kind of tripping on my man Pimpin' Ken. Y'all were tripping on Pimpin' Ken. Man, that's my man. I like him. But Shag W4286 said, I like most of your interviews, Pierre, but pimps I can't stand. The movie The Mac was made about my father's cousin. Oh, the Ward brothers. Damn, okay, all right, well, got a little emotional about that, man, but you know, he wasn't talking about pimping your family, was he? All right. All right, another one was, this is another one. This is from my man, shout out to George Wallace, came back again. He said, this is from the Griffin Jen, her name is Griffin Jen 85. She said, oh my gosh, I giggled through the whole video. I cannot wait for the full interview. That's what I'm talking about, Jen. Man, you know, when George Wallace comes through the house, it's always a lovely thing. He's always funny, amazing guy, good dude too. And this guy here is no different, y'all. Y'all ready? I know y'all seen the label, who's gonna be here. Some of y'all, you know, was like, what? Yep, what it is, y'all. He here, y'all. Give it up. You've seen him in countless movies. You know, he's, I think Essence Magazine called him black people's favorite white comedian. Give it up for the one and only Mr. Gary Owen! Come on, Gary! Fuck that. Some people thought that. Don't come and
Why would they think that?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. You know, doing research on you, man, you're a little bit more vast than I thought, man, to be honest with you. You know,
what do you mean?
Well, just more about you I didn't know about you. You know, I thought you were just a country comedian, double wide, and you made it in black comedy. It's being real with you, because you know I would see you back in the days. We see each other all the time, but I didn't really get in to investigate what you did in your background. So this time I did a little investigating. So and I don't know everything, but I'm gonna ask you this: what was your family makeup growing up?
Well, I didn't. My dad was, he'd be in and out. But my mom and dad had me in high school, so
they had you in high school?
Yeah, they were teenagers.
Oh, okay, teenagers. Okay.
So, you could pop up every now and then.
Right.
And then my mom, she dated a lot, and then she ended up marrying this dude's a whack job, but she ended up marrying him, and he had this grand scheme of we're gonna buy this trailer, move it down to Cocoa Beach, Florida. He was gonna start a sign painting business.
Hell no.
So we bought the trailer and we never left Ohio. Like it never moved.
But did you have brothers and sisters or just you and your mom?
I got seven, and they're all half.
Oh, okay.
None fulls. Dad had some, mom had some.
But when you were together living, when that guy came in, how many people were in the house at that point?
So when we was in the trailers, it was Dallas, Ashley, Kyle. So there was 4 kids, and then he had a daughter, Michelle, so she'd come over now and then. So there always 4 kids, sometimes 5.
Right. When you say trailer, you mean like a real trailer, like them double wide, like them kind?
It wasn't a double wide.
It wasn't double wide, that was just a joke. So you had a single, and all them people?
Yeah.
How many rooms in a trailer?
3 bedrooms.
Is the they're 3-bedroom trailers?
Yeah.
Damn.
3-bedroom, and then we had it's almost like, Tetris?
Uh-huh.
Tetris? Mm-hmm. So trailers, most of them are just a rectangle.
Okay.
We had a pull-out. So our living room pulled out, so it really was twice the size. So when you walk, people walk in the trailer, they're like, "That just don't look like no trailer."
Right.
And the living room, because we had a little pull-out, so that we were kind of balling in the trailer park with the pull-out.
Okay, sure. And where was this at? Where was this at?
Hamilton, Ohio, right outside of Cincinnati.
Yeah, I can see there being a trailer right there.
Yeah. Who else from Hamilton? Ray Combs, remember the old host of Family Feud?
Yeah.
Cool story about him.
Yeah, I remember him.
So he was doing the warm-up for Sherman Hemsley's show. Was it Amen?
He did the Amen show, yeah.
Jefferson,
but Amen. Probably.
Yeah, Amen.
Okay.
So he was the warm-up, and that's how he got the Family Feud job.
Really?
So his mother worked in this paper factory called the Sorg Paper in Hamilton. And when he made it, he bought the Sorg mansion and moved his mom into it.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
And then he committed suicide. So it ended up being like this dark story afterwards.
Yeah, I remember he killed himself, man. Damn. I wonder why. But it's just the pressures of the business. Because you think you're successful, you got a show.
I know.
Who the fuck? It always amazes me when people commit suicide when we're seemingly doing well, but we know the business.
Yeah.
So sometimes it could look good, but it's not. I just saw what's his name, Terrence Howard, breaking down how much he made and shit. Off of shows.
Off Hustle and Flow.
Yeah, you're like, damn.
Yeah.
We think, I made more money now than I did.
But here's the thing with that though, like when you do a movie like Hustle and Flow, which is independent, you kind of know like a Napoleon Dynamite. You're hoping there's lightning in a bottle, but you're gonna make your money tenfold after that. So granted,
if it's a hit.
If it's a hit, yeah.
If it's not a hit.
If it's not a hit, still, you're not the one taking the risk because you're not putting up your own money.
You're talking business, man. You're talking white now.
I'm not. I'm saying like
$6,000. He made what? $6,000. He said.
I'm not saying he was a little underpaid. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But all I'm saying is like
wages.
that catapulted his career probably more than anything else. Because he was a leading man in that.
Yeah, but he got lucky. It don't work all the time like that.
I know, but you do an independent film, you roll the dice.
True that.
And that's on us. You can say no.
Because I make independent films and I don't pay.
I
do independent podcasts and I don't pay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, it's funny you say that because when we drove up here, I shot, about a year ago, last December, I shot a movie with Terrence J and Megan Good, and we shot at this restaurant right up the street, and we pulled up and I go, wait a minute. So we shot the movie out here.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they shoot everything.
It was independent. Who knows if it's going to do anything? Right. We'll see.
Now, I see you got with the black culture, but here's the question. Did it start in high school? Because didn't you go to a damn near black sounding high school?
No, I went to a white high school.
What was the name? What's the name of high school?
Talawanda High School.
That's black. Talawanda. I know some girls named Talawanda.
That's the Indian.
Oh, is it?
That's Indian.
No, I know some Indian. They still Talawanda blacks.
No.
No, but
Talawanda Braves.
Right. Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah.
I read that. I said, damn, that's like a black high school.
No, it's super white.
Really?
Super white. It's where Miami of Ohio, Oxford, Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger, Wally Serbiak. Okay. That's where we went to college.
Oh, really?
So it's weird. The high school was we didn't get any funding from the state because even though most of the school was broke, we were white broke.
Okay, not that bad.
Yeah, it's East Side High without the violence.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like Joe Clark doesn't have to break up anything. Nobody's beating up Kid Ray. He's not chaining the doors.
Right. Okay, I get it.
But you also had a university there. So there was such a discrepancy because you had either professors' kids at the university or you just had broke kids. There wasn't really a big middle class.
Right.
So it was it was a cool school though.
So I see you went to the service. You went to the Navy. Did you go to the Navy? Well, the Navy's kind of higher up than I feel like than the Marines and Army. But the point I'm making is some people in places like that go to the Navy or the out service because they don't feel like they have any chance of other things to do. Why'd you join the Navy?
Yeah, it was funny. My buddy, who's still one of my good friends today, it was my senior year of high school, and I'm in bed, and it's like Saturday morning. He woke me up. And he goes, "Gary, come on." I said, "What?" He had already joined. He said, "Come on." I said, "What?" First, I was like, "How'd you get in my room?" And then his dad was parked out front, and he said, "You gotta get out of here." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're gonna be stuck here your whole life." He goes, "You didn't take the ACT. You didn't take the SAT." I said, "What are you doing after graduation?" I said, "I don't know. I used to tell people I'm gonna be a comedian, but I don't know how to be a comedian."
Right, sure.
But he was like, "Come on, come down." So I just went down to the recruiting office. And they was like, it looked like, I was like, "You guys are gonna fly me out?" So it was more like, I didn't know where I was going. I just know where I didn't want to be.
Right.
So the Navy was just, I literally looked at it like an airline ticket.
Right.
And like an adventure. So I was like, all right, let's see what happens.
But isn't it harder to get in the Navy? Like, that's not easy. Air Force and Navy is a little harder than the Army or the Marines, right?
I don't know. I took the ASVAB, took the physical, and got in.
Damn, okay. My father, he was in the Army for a long time. He wanted me to go to the Army. He's like, "You getting out of this house when you're 18, right?" I was like, "Oh my God, I want to be a comedian." I saw Eddie Murphy doing Delirious. I want to be a comedian. He's like, "No." So I went down to the recruiter, and I remember going to the recruiter. I don't know if you went through this. He was showing me all cool videos.
Yeah.
Planes and shit, fucking gunners and running cool shit. I said, "Yeah." I swear to God, I said, "Show me the part where I'm going to be out at 2 o'clock in the morning at the guard gate or cutting potatoes." He's like, "Huh, you're a comedian." I said, "Yeah." And then he asked me, was I missing any organs? I said, "Well, I got one kidney." And he looked into it and he said, "Oh, no, you can't join." I said, "Yes." I came home and my father said, "What happened?" I said, "I got one kidney, I can't join." He said, "Well, you can get the hell out of this house. you ain't gonna stay here no longer. I was
Right.
like, damn. So that was my almost chance to get into service. And every time Veteran Day come by, all the comedians showing that they joined the Army, I'm the only one like, damn, man, I should have done something and shit. They joined the service. I'm like a loser.
It's when I joined, I did something similar. So all the recruiters were in the same building.
Okay.
Right. So he was like, the Marines is across the hall from the
Right.
Army and the Navy. So I went to the Navy guy first, and I liked what he said, and then I just said, screw it, I'm gonna go across the hall. I knew I didn't want to join the Marines, just because I know when they're like, we do, the first one's in the fight.
Right.
I said, I don't want to be the first one in the fight. I'll be second or third.
Right.
And then, I don't want to be the first one.
Right.
So, and then the Army guy was just full of shit because he was like, he said, he goes, so you wrestle? I heard you wrestle. And I said, yeah. He goes, we got a wrestling team in the Army. He goes, you can join the Army and you can just sign up for wrestling. He goes, and you'll just wrestle the whole time. I said, I'm 3-30. I've won 3 times and lost 30. I'm like the worst wrestler in the state of Ohio.
Right.
And I was like this, oh, he's so full of crap. So I knew he was BSing.
Right.
And the Navy guy he just gave it to me honestly.
Okay.
He just told me, he goes, just go to boot camp, shut up.
Right.
What you want to do is you don't want your company commander to know your name. Once they know your name, you're on the radar.
There you go.
He said, you want them to know you at all.
Right.
So I was like, all right. So he was pretty cool.
Well, I came to see you in D.C. At the Improv. Shout out to 9 sold-out shows. Man, they had ad shows. I was like, shit. And you told a funny story about being in the Navy in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun. And you're talking about going to the McDonald's by Howard University, where everybody shout out to Howard University. Everybody knows that McDonald's. It's like
yeah.
So you used to go to that McDonald's to what? Look at the honeys?
Yeah, that's it.
I know that's right. I don't blame you.
A couple of the brothers, I get to DC and I reported on a Sunday. And so you get out of boot camp. Boot camp's very structured. And then you go home for 2 weeks and then you go to your next duty station. So I go to the driver picks me up, drops me off on the base, and you're pretty much on your own till Monday.
Okay.
So I just remember I left the base and went to Berry Farms, which is a ghetto.
Hell no, that's the hood.
Yeah. So I walked out of the base. I'm 17 years old, white kid, never really left anywhere. I don't know.
Right.
So I'm walking around, and I see these kids playing basketball, a bunch of high school kids.
Okay.
I'm 17.
Yeah.
So I start playing. So we played all day, and then the sun started to go down. And the environment started to change. I was like this. Oh, this ain't. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta get out of here. So they was like, yo, man, we play here every Sunday at like 2 o'clock. I said, I'll see you next week.
Right.
First week in DC, they give you an indoctrination course. They're like, places to go, places not to go.
Right.
Number one spot. Don't go to Berry Farms.
I was gonna say.
If you get in trouble in Berry Farms, we don't care if you're fault or not, you're out.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm like, I'm supposed to play basketball on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Right.
Berry Farms. I didn't know, and then everybody told me that's dangerous. But the Howard thing was, I was there for 2 years. So the first 6 months, you're just kind of getting your bearings, and then you start figuring out where you want to hang out. And I like black girls, and for my age group, they were like, yo, they got an HBCU here. I didn't know what I said, what is that? They go, it's a college, but it's all black people. I go, shut the fuck up.
Right. Really?
So then we went to Howard and just started hanging out,
Right. But let me ask you, how did you get the affinity of liking black girls when you came from all white school, damn near white folk, in a trailer and shit? Where do you watch? Good Times or some shit?
I did.
Thelma and shit?
I did.
I want
yeah,
that.
Thelma was something special.
Right.
It's like, I guess it's like being gay. How do guys know they're gay? They're just gay. What gets your dick hard?
Right,
a dude.
Right.
Same way.
So you didn't date white girls in school? Mm-mm. Really?
No, I was a virgin. All
you ain't never dipped your thing in the pink toe? You know, in the pinky tinky?
I mean, I did eventually, but I'm talking about in high school? No.
Right, really?
No.
Right. So your first girl was black?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah.
You nervous?
I was.
I was too.
Yeah. She brought me orange juice afterwards.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know why I remember that. I remember she left and came back with some orange juice, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was the second time. I'm sorry.
What was the first time?
Oh, the first time was kind of bad. That's why I think I deleted it. It just hit me. So the first time, we're in the barracks, and I was on the base basketball team.
Right.
And
she's in the service too.
No.
Oh,
my roommate in the barracks.
Right.
His girlfriend was always coming over, and he was a black dude. So she'd always bring her girlfriend with her.
All right.
And I could tell the girlfriend liked me, but I don't know, just wasn't feeling her. And then one night they left, and it was just me and her.
Okay.
And we're drinking, and we're teenagers.
Right.
And then it was just so fast. Like I came so fast because I remember she was like this. I probably made a face. And she was like, "Are you coming?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Already?" Wow. And I said, "Get out." I kicked her out of the door of the barracks room.
Because you were embarrassed?
I was embarrassed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she was pounding on the door. She goes, I'm sorry. And then she ended up dating another guy in the guard.
But the second time, the juice was for what, you think?
I don't know. We met at, there was a club called The Dome in D.C. And it was downstairs. I think it was on M and something.
I think that sounds familiar.
Everybody used to hang out there.
You meet at the Dome, and she gave you some dome.
Yeah.
Dome to dome, dome.
And it was funny. Dome. I went with a black dude I was stationed with in the honor guard, and then he picked up a white girl, and I picked up a black girl. And I remember we were driving over to their house, and I go, man, nobody would think. That's crazy. You got the white girl, I got the black girl.
Right.
We switched up. And I just remember afterwards, she brought me orange juice. That's all I remember.
She said you had the juice.
Yeah, the juice.
You had the juice, like Tupac.
I remember thinking, this is amazing. That was like the best orange juice I ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah. We got done, and she goes, would you like some juice? And I was like, all right.
Right, sure. Fuck it. I'm depleted now. I'm nutted out.
I wonder what happened to her.
Yeah, shit. All right, so with that being in the Navy, when did the comedy bug bite you? Were you trying to be funny in the Navy?
Yeah.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was in the honor guard, so we did like funerals and parades in D.C., right? And you get nicknames, and you get these honor guard jackets. It's like a prestigious thing. It says on the back of the jacket, it says U.S. Navy Presidential Honor Guard. Okay. And my nickname, they give you a nickname. My nickname was Smiley, because I'm always smiling. Mm-hmm. And I used to tell people like, I'm gonna be a comedian. I'm gonna be a comedian. And all the people in the Navy, and even the people I went to high school with, they always used to like, you could do it. You're funny. Right. And I used to go to like any spot in D.C. that I heard there was a comedy show, I would go. A lot of places I couldn't get in because I was 17, 18 years old, and I would just sit outside and like sit at the steps and listen to people and stuff. And then Ray Combs had the Funny Bone in Cincinnati. I would go on leave or come home, and I'd sit outside the Funny Bone. Right. And I remember he had this door guy that kind of got to know me a little bit. Because I mean, I'm telling you, Pierre, when I would come home, I'd be there every night outside listening. I can believe that. And the door guy we started talking. And he was like, man, you come here every time. I go, yeah, I'm gonna be a comedian. Mm-hmm. And then he used to let me sit inside. He had his back high top 2-seater stool thing, and then me and him would sit there, and he'd order cheeseburgers for me. Right. And we talk, and we look at people and be like, that guy's not funny. He's terrible. Right. Other than when we see somebody like, oh, that guy's really good. Right. And he'd tell me, he goes, watch out for this guy. He's good.
Anybody here ever said that you became somebody?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to like names and faces. Right. I know I saw the guy that was the voice of Roger Rabbit.
Tom Kenny.
I saw him
No, not Roger Rabbit. Tom Kenny was, Tom Kenny was someone else. Tom Kenny does Squidward. What's Squidward and all them dudes and shit? SpongeBob. He does SpongeBob. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Whoever was the voice of Roger Rabbit, I remember seeing him there.
Okay. Now that's kind of cool. You started at 17, 18 years old?
No. Well, the first time I went on stage, I think I was 19 or 20. That's when I got to San Diego. All right.
So because I was gonna say, when you were going to D.C., did you not go into the comedy club or something like that? Chappelle? Like, it was just like early 90s? When was this?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't go to comedy clubs. I just didn't know. I was going to like rooms.
Oh, okay. Like
somebody would tell me, hey man, they do comedy here on Wednesday nights. I go, okay. And I would sit outside and just listen.
I feel you. Okay. Yeah. So when did you start you got out of the service?
No, I was in the Navy when I started doing stand-up.
Okay.
But I was in San Diego.
But how long were you in the service?
6 years.
Oh, 6 years. Okay, and you started comedy within 2 or 3 years while you were in the service. Yeah. So you had 3 years of doing that.
Well, I was on the assumption California was L.A. I didn't know there was like a Fresno.
Right, sure.
So after you do 2 years in the honor guard, I went to the police academy in San Antonio to be a cop in the Navy. Okay. And the only reason I did that is because it was the quickest way to make rate. So I was like, that's the most money I can make. Okay. And so after that, I got stationed in San Diego. They said, where do you want to get stationed? I said, anywhere in California. Okay. Because I'm thinking like David Lee Roth. I wish y'all could be California girls. I thought the whole state was LA. Mm-hmm. So I get to San Diego. My first day, I get in the phone book. And I said, now I'm ready to start doing stand-up. I'm in California. And I thought that was it. I'm discovered. I'm about to make it.
I feel you.
So I get in the phone book. I'm showing my age. And I call this place called the Comic Castle. And I said, hey, you guys got open mic? He said, hold on, let me check. He leaves, comes back on the phone. He goes, what is it? Open mic. I can't find him. I said,
hell no.
I called a comic book store, thinking it was a comedy club.
Okay.
This dude was looking for a superhero named Open Mike.
That's hilarious.
So then he told me, he goes, let me He goes, no, man, what you? I said, I'm looking for a comedy club. I'm a comedian. He goes, oh, no, you want the Comedy Store.
Okay.
So he gave me the number to the Comedy Store in La Jolla. So I called, and you have to call like 2 o'clock on Sunday. Okay. They call you back at like 4 or 5, tell you if you're on.
Right.
So I don't know if it's that night or the next week, but I ended up getting on, open mic. So I was under the assumption it was going to be like Delirious, so raw.
Were you one of the kind of comics that did well when you first started, or did you have bad, like get booed? You know, I've heard all kind of first time stories.
Well, it was both. So the first night I ever went on stage was the Comedy Store in La Jolla.
In La Jolla, okay.
And I'm like the last guy on the show. There's like 10 people in the room. There's like 15 comics in the back. And the comics aren't heckling me, but what they're doing is doing that comic laugh.
Oh, no, that's
at the setup, though, not the punchline. And, you know, it's my first time. I'm flustered.
Right, sure.
So I was like, I couldn't get through any in my material. And I just went, I remember I had a Bud Light on stage. I was 20. And I said, hey, all you comics in the back. I go ahead and keep heckling. I said, I'm only 20. I go, I've been drinking this club all night. I said, why don't I call the cops and shut this motherfucker down?
Wow.
And when I tell you, lights went off, a bouncer came out of nowhere, picked me up like in the movies, back of the shirt. They threw me out of the front door of the Comedy Store, and I did like a front roll.
Right.
And then I looked up, and this guy named Fred, who won America's Funniest Videos, he won like the 100,000 prize, the first one win it. He had these crutches because someone was wrong with his legs. I remember he crutched out, and he goes, don't ever come back. And I was like this. I just remember I dusted myself off, and I was like, well, can't come back here, but I think I can talk shit. I'm pretty good. Okay. And so I went back to I remember I went back to the shit the next day, and I was telling everybody how it went. And then it took me about 6 months to get back on stage because I didn't know where to go.
Right.
And then eventually the brothers I was in the Navy with was telling me, they was like, you can go here on this night. So you had to go to the black rooms.
Right, sure.
And I was like, I'll try it. And I actually really started to go up at El Torito's, was a Mexican restaurant. They had a karaoke night on Wednesdays. So everybody started to know this guy tells jokes, I don't sing. So they give me the 5 minutes of stage time, and it was a stage with a microphone.
Right, sure.
So everybody got it literally got to be a little thing like, oh, the funny dude's going up in a little bit. And everybody would get quiet and listen to my shit.
Right.
And then everybody would start singing again.
Did you start doing so well that you felt after the 6th year, you were like, I'm good with the Navy, I'm going to do comedy now? Is that what helped you get out of the Navy?
I was on Comic View and in the Navy.
Really?
At the same time. So you remember, they used to film Comic View in a week. They filmed the whole season in a week.
I did it, right.
So all I did, I won a contest in San Diego, and there was Z90 was a hip hop station. And they said, we're looking for the funniest black comedian in San Diego. So I called in, and I didn't say I was white. I just called in.
Right.
So I called in, and I ended up winning the contest. And it was funny because Nick Cannon was in the contest.
Okay, yeah.
He was like 16, 17, but he was rapping. He was in a rap group called The Bomb Squad.
Yep.
So he went up and rapped. He didn't even do stand-up. He was like the halftime entertainment kind of.
Right.
But I remember that so vividly. And then I won the contest, and DeMilitant was one of the judges.
Okay.
So he told us, you can come and audition for BET now, Comic View. So he's the one that's helped set up my audition for Comic View.
Okay.
So I drove up, didn't know anybody in LA. There was a room on, where Biggie got killed, right there, Wilshire or something.
Okay.
There was a room.
Yeah.
Behind this like pancake house or something.
Come on now, you're right. You're exactly
remember
right.
the room.
It's on the corner. It was.
But they ended up being clean after a while. You had to be clean to go out there. That's what the auditions were. So I went audition.
Who had that room? Yeah, I remember that room.
Yeah.
I remember that room. Yeah.
So I went up audition, got on Comic View, and then I took a week's leave. I drove up to LA. People didn't know, and I was kind of making my name in LA a little bit, and then, but I would people didn't know. I'd be on the base from like 7 to 4, and then I'd get off work and I'd drive up to LA.
It's a long drive, 2 hours.
Yeah, and then I'd drive back, and I used to go to sleep at that, Dana Point had a Walmart or Kmart, but I used to sleep in the parking lot there if I got too tired.
Yeah, that's the
grind. I had that little blue pickup, and I had the thing that would keep the sun out.
Right.
Shade. So I put that shade up, and I had the club at the time. So the club was like keeping me safe and making sure nobody stole my truck.
Right. No, I feel
so I would probably do that 3-4 days a week, drive up to LA, and even if I wasn't going up, I was just meeting you guys.
Right. How many times did you do Comic View before you won the contest to become the host? How many times had you done Comic View?
That was it, the first year. First year I became the host.
Bitch.
Yeah.
All all those black comics took like years and shit to work on that shit. You just popped up in there.
I know.
Right.
So that was the thing though. Remember, people voted.
Right.
And it just honestly, the stars aligned.
Right.
Every show I got on was set up for me to succeed by the other people on the show.
Okay.
So I'm not degrading the people I was against.
Right.
I never went against monsters. I never had Lavelle or Earthquake or Cheryl Underwood on my shows. Or even you. It was just.
I hear you.
It wasn't monsters I was going against. It was like every round set up like perfect.
That was the executive. They wanted you.
I don't know.
The white guy.
I don't know.
Did you get a lot? I feel like, you got a lot of backlash. Did you hear a lot of backlash?
I got some when I got the hosting job, but it was like this. I remember talking to Samore about it. And Samore said, Gary, they were mad I was the first woman. They said, whoever gets the job, people are going to be upset. It's easy because you're white for them to be upset. That's just the easy out.
Sure,
but
sure.
you know what? She goes, you know what? Nobody is ever saying you're not funny.
Right.
She goes, it's different if you're not funny and you got the job, but nobody's saying that. They're just saying, why they give a white guy the job?
Right. Now, I heard a lot of it. Why you white? This is supposed to be a black show. They don't let black people do white host comedy shows and shit. So I was like,
but that's why they brought Ronaldo Ray as like a buffer, because they was he was like the quote unquote co-host. So they was like, we're gonna bring Ronaldo in, almost like all right, Ronaldo's got your back type thing with this. And that was the first year when I hosted. They opened it up to like 300 comics because it used to be like 30 of us. And then the year I hosted, they just made it like everybody got on.
Really, yeah. Someone had said that Dante was picked first. He turned it down. He didn't want to be the first.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh, that's what I heard. That didn't happen.
No.
Oh, boo.
No, Curtis.
Whoever told me, boo.
No, Curtis Gatson called me, and I was in San Diego. I was still in the Navy, and that was the weird part because I'm a cop. I'm waving cars on the base and on Comic View at the same time.
Hold on, as the host?
Not the host.
I'm
talking about just on.
Okay.
So I'm airing,
right,
and I'd be waving cars on the base, and every now and then, brother pulling the base, he'd be like, hey, was you on TV last night?
Yeah,
have a good day.
Right. Hell no.
Then Curtis called, and then he was like, I drove up to LA, and there was rumblings thinking about making you the host. So I met him in his office, and he was like, yeah, we want to make you the host this year. I go, oh, shit. I still had like 6 months left in the Navy. They weren't filming for another 3 months. So I had to figure out how to get out. So I went in front of a board, and long story short, my command, I'm not going to get into it, they looked out.
Good looking.
They looked out because they were like, they basically was looking at 3 months difference.
Right.
And they was like, we got you. They got creative of how I could, they just promised me, they was like, dude, promise me if you don't do any drugs, because if you get drug tested, you're screwed. I was like, all right. And they was like, don't get an ear piercing or anything like that. And I was like, all right. So.
Wow. Now, I would say this, man, you have really like worked and like I said, I did the research. I just remember seeing you all the time. Work. Do you remember this house? I almost bought a house in LA one time in Van Nuys. I feel like a lot of comics were staying in that house, and I came, and the owner, he's like a promoter, whatever, was talking about selling me the house. Do you remember that at all? Well, yeah, it was a house in Van Nuys, like about 4 or 5 comics were staying there. You ever stayed in a house in Van Nuys?
No.
You might have been just visiting it maybe at the time. I thought you was one of the
Wait
guys.
a minute, was that with Johnny Mac?
Yeah, all the motherfuckers in there.
Yeah, I would hang out there, but I didn't live there.
Oh, you didn't live there? And that dude wanted to sell me the house for $150,000, $156,000.
Oh, you should
back
take
in
it
2000. I know, shit might worth $600,000, $700,000. But my manager at the time was like, oh, this is a seedy neighborhood. It's like a 7. You know, Van Nuys was not a, I don't know.
Man, I forgot about that house.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that house, all the comics had 2 little pillars in front of it. It was a nice house.
That was a hangout spot.
Yeah, it was. All the comics was in there. They were more in the garage and shit, fucking around in the garage and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I was wondering, was that a house you stayed at? But you started like really clicking. The Wayans brothers, you worked with them,
Yeah, I got Little Man.
Right.
And that's how I got my manager, who's still my manager to this day.
Oh, okay.
So what happened? Me and my ex we were struggling.
Okay.
Like you said, a lot of people don't know you're struggling.
Oh yeah, sure.
We were struggling we were struggling in the marriage. We were struggling financially, all that. And so I was like, we gotta get out of LA. We gotta move back to Ohio. So that was why we moved back to Ohio.
Oh.
And so I was like, cost of living was cheaper, and I was just like, let's give it 2 years, and if I feel like I'm missing out in LA, we'll come back. And I'm back in Ohio a month, and I get this random phone call from Lisa Bloom, who's my manager, and she goes, hey, I represent Keenan, Marlon, Shawn Wayans. They want to meet with you. They're trying to put together this TV show.
Okay.
And I was like, are you serious right now? And I remember I hung up the phone and I looked at my ex and I go, I fucking told you. If we get out of LA, things will start happening. And I had fired my manager. I had fired my agent. I had no representation as far as like entertainment.
Okay.
Other than my manager. And I fly out there. I meet with Keenan, Shawn, and Marlon. TV show don't go anywhere. But my manager pulled me in and she goes, I think I can do something with you. So I was like, I literally, I remember like this. I go, let me check my schedule. I said, yeah.
That's right. I'm open.
And like literally like a month or two later, they sent me the audition for Little Man. And granted, it was mine to kind of lose. I had to really mess. I still had to audition.
I get it.
But I had the in because Keenan directed it. Shawn and Marlon was in it. Right. And then that's how I got Little Man and got cool with him. And I did an episode or two of the Wayans Brothers.
Right. I thought I saw that too. So you got a lot of little things. It seemed like your breakout situation was Think Like a Man.
Yeah.
When that came out, it was because that movie was a hit. You were good in it. The whole crew, all four of y'all were good in it. It just seemed like it just took you to another level. Did you feel the trajectory in your career really changed after that movie?
Actually, it was, I would say right before we filmed it, Mike Epps had a show called Live from the Nokia. And it was on Showtime. Okay. And that's when Code Black was just coming in. Yep. They just did the first Shaq All-Star. And I remember watching the Shaq thing, and people don't realize the reason that hit is because Def Jam and Common View were both gone at that time. There was a void.
Right.
And we weren't really on the internet age yet.
Right.
So it was like, I remember I saw it and I go, dang, that's where Kev blew up, right?
Right.
I remember watching it going, dang, how did people get in? Who did this? And I remember reading the credits. And
right,
like,
sure.
Who's Cool Black?
Right, sure.
So I remember I called D-Ray.
Right.
And I said, who did this? How'd you get this set up? And he was telling me. So then I did a show at Epps in Houston. I opened for him. And right afterwards, his manager called and they said, hey, he's doing a show Friday in LA. They're filming it. And Code Black's doing it. I said, really? And I just remember they paid me $2,500.
Right.
There was no hotel, no flight. They were like, this is it.
Right.
And I was in Columbia, South Carolina at the Comedy Club that weekend. I go, I had to cancel on a week's notice. And I said, I'm rolling the dice. Probably not going to make any money off this.
Right.
Went, and I remember everybody was backstage and everybody was arguing over who's going last. Nobody wanted to go last. Because people don't know, there was like 10 of us that filmed. Only like 5 of us made the cut.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So Def Jam was like that too. The 5 and only 4 aired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people didn't make it. So I was like, I knew I had a strong 20 because nobody had seen the Black Church Joke yet.
Okay. And
Tiger shit just happened. And I had a great bit on that, and then I was like, I got a strong one here. And Superhead had just came out.
Oh, nice.
So I had 3, like, the church joke is timeless, but I had 2 timely jokes.
Right.
And I was like, I can go last. I know I could go last. And I knew I was covering all the gamuts. I knew I was doing like a clean joke with the church, and I was doing vulgar with the Superhead stuff. So I was like, I'll go last. And it was like, everybody kind of looked, and I was like, all right, I'll go last. And so I went last.
10 comics. God damn.
Well, no, they split up into 2 shows though.
Oh, okay.
So we had 2 different audiences. So it was 5 comics one show and 5 the next. And I just remember, as soon as I walked on stage, I saw Morris Chestnut like in the second row, and that's when I said, "Oh, Morris Chestnut," and I was like, "Am I the only one you think Ricky's gonna live?" Every time you watch Boys in the Hood, and I said, bro, we be pulling for you.
Right. Even
and you be yelling at the screen like, look up! Stop eating the Twinkie! And the crowd just went nuts. And that was just like seeing them. And then after that, I remember leaving that, and I'm going, that's when Code Black saw me. I was like, I think things are gonna change. And so Code Black sent me to Japan first to do shows with the Shaq tour. We did like all these bases. And so then I came back, and Clanigan, who's now like running Kev stuff, Jeff Clanigan,
sure.
he was like making phone calls like, how's he doing? You doing all right? And then Tamra was the point girl. She's like, yeah, he's doing good. So then they gave me a special. And it's crazy. I get the special, and they said, we're not filming it till like Labor Day weekend in Vegas. And when I did this special, I got Think Like a Man. And I was like, yo, so I filmed Think Like a Man that summer of 2011, knowing I had a special coming right after that. And so it just like filmed it. The Mike Epps thing start airing, and then I got my special. And then so it just like was 3 things like boom, boom, boom at the same time.
Because I remember after Think Like a Man, I look at everybody's shit. Your ass was selling extra tickets, extra shows when that thing came out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of having 5 shows at the Improv, it was 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like, God damn, I was like, holy shit, what a movie can do for someone's career. And at that point, I felt you was pretty much gone, with it and stuff.
What was back to back though? Like, that was 4. I was talking about with the guys. I go, man, that was 4. Basically 4 years we spent together, because you got 2011 we filmed Think Like a Man, 2012 it came out, 2013 we filmed Think Like a Man 2, and 2014 it came out. Right. So you're looking at like literally 4 years in a row where we was hanging out. Either we're filming or we're doing press runs together. Right. So I mean, it really.
But from the outside looking in, I didn't know all that stuff you're doing. But I saw after Think Like a Man, the first one, that shit hit so hard, and I started looking and hearing about you selling more tickets. And everybody's like, God, they would say, oh, you had the Dallas Improv, and had 2 more shows. I was like, damn, and I started hearing all that, and I was like, wow.
Well, I think it was a combo. It was not only was it Think Like a Man, but it was like now people are like, oh shit, he does stand up too. So I think a lot of people that knew me, it like reintroduced them to me, and then a lot of people that didn't know me, it helped.
Right. And you shoot a lot of your own specials. I can give you props for that. You produce your own specials, man. You get about what, 4 or 5 specials?
No, I think I got like 12, bro.
Really?
Crazy. I just filmed my latest one in San Jose last month.
Right.
And
okay.
So I put up the money. We did ourselves, and I remember we did Friday, and I was like, I was done. I go, we got it? They go, yeah. I go, I think I got another hour. So I sat down with Lisa, and we was at a coffee shop, and I wrote it down, and we were writing out the bits, and I go, I got another hour. So I did 2 specials in 2 days.
Wow.
And so we're gonna shop them and sell them.
Wow.
But I was like, I think I got it. It's one thing to say you got an hour. It's got to flow.
Right.
And I don't want to just throw something out there. But it's solid.
2 hours.
It's solid.
But let me ask you, you do your own, but you're popular enough. So is that the thing to do, to shoot your own or wait for Netflix to call you? How does that work? Or Showtime to put behind? How does that work?
I don't know. I've heard both sides. Like, Netflix has always said no.
Okay.
So I don't have any Netflix specials.
Right.
So Showtime's always been a good relationship with me.
But did you have to make them yourself and sell them to them, or they'll put the money up for you? How,
It's a combo. Like,
okay.
Like the True Story, that was Co-Black. They did that one. And then the next 2 I did myself. And then I partnered on another one. And these last, so I see both sides of it.
Right.
I see both sides of it. I think it's, if you have the capital and you have the money, do it yourself, because as long as whoever you sell it to, like, look, I can keep the clips, right? Like, I can clip it up and make money on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Okay. And that's the deal I always had with Showtime and everybody else. Like, as long as I keep the clips under like 3-4 minutes, then it's like promo material. It's not like I'm putting my special out there.
Right, sure.
Just clips.
With you having done all these specials, people know you as a stand-up, you sell out shows. Is there a level you want to get to, or you've gotten to the level? Like, what else can you do?
I don't think you're ever happy. I know.
So what would be what would you think make you happy as a stand-up comic? You would be doing what?
I think if I could do a tour where I'm doing theaters and I'm sold out in advance. Okay. Because I'm at a point where, like, I sell tickets, but I got work.
Right. Sure.
It's not like you go for sale and it's sold. Right. It'll sell, but it's gonna take a minute. You know what I mean?
I work and I don't sell.
Yeah, but I think you're never happy.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't think you're ever happy, Pierre.
Like,
your podcast,
right.
If you get a million views,
you're right.
You want 2 million.
You're right.
I don't think you're ever happy.
Right.
I think you're not happy. I don't think you're ever satisfied.
Right.
Yeah, you're always like, what's next?
Right.
And now it's an age, because when we started, we were at the mercy of a producer or somebody, right?
Gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you don't really have any excuses to stand up. Like, if you got to stay on your social media game.
Right.
And I know a lot of these younger guys get a lot of hate, and like they're not real stand-ups and stuff like that. But I'm like, dude, we are in a social media age. Nobody's watching TV like that.
Right.
I said, you gotta have content, whether it's a podcast, sketches, stand-up. What I've realized about myself, I'm not wired to do the sketches like the Desi Banks, the Drewskis type deal. I'm just not wired like that. I'll do it with them.
Right.
But I don't have like the crew around me that we're gonna go film this shit and come up with shit.
Right.
But I know I can do stand-up, and like I know I can do enough, like, quote unquote crowd work and stuff like that. Right. That's not taken away from my act when people see me live.
Okay, makes sense. Didn't realize how big of a sports fan you were. I mean, you football, you love football and boxing, and you got a lot of celebrity friends too, sports friends.
Yeah,
a lot of them. I was like, damn, you a picture with somebody, famous to play some sports. Like, damn.
Yeah.
So, you from Cincinnati?
Yeah, the Bengals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This ain't last year, the year before last.
Nah.
A little rough right now.
We're all right.
All
we
right.
got our quarterback's hurt, but he's.
Yeah.
But we got, the thing is, we got the quarterback for the next like 10 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do.
That's the biggest thing.
Starting next year.
Yeah.
Because what are y'all like, 2 or 3 or something?
5. Well, when we're recording this, we're 5 and 6.
Oh, okay. 5 and 6.
Yeah, we're not terrible.
Okay, but
we mopped the 49ers.
We were so used to them doing y'all being a little bit better around this time.
Yeah.
Maybe
We always
too long
start
ago.
like, we always finish strong with Burrow. We'll be
Yeah.
all right. As soon as he comes back, we'll be all right.
Yeah. I remember y'all when Icky. Remember Icky?
Man, that was back in the day.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Collinsworth.
That's a long time ago. The problem with Icky Woods, man, he never got his money. When people they used to make fun of him. They're like, man, he was selling like meat door to door in Cincinnati.
After his career.
Oh,
wow.
You gotta realize, he was only in the league 2 years. And he wasn't a first round pick. So he never cashed in off the big contract.
Right.
So when people I didn't like that when people would make fun of him in Cincinnati. I go, he's got a job and he's working, man.
Right.
The money wasn't what it is now.
Right. And they say it's 2 years. What the fuck you expect?
2 years in the league, that's it.
Right, what do you expect? Like you say, he didn't get the money, but he was so popular with the shuffle.
Yeah. I'm glad he's got the little comeback now, like with the commercials. I've seen him in a couple commercials.
Okay.
And now that the team was winning, they brought him back.
Nice.
That was cool.
Nice. Now boxing, I'm a huge boxing fan. I go to all the fights.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm literally in some of the corners damn near with some. I know some real fighters really well. Do you watch a lot of boxing? You you're a big fan?
Yeah.
What's going to happen next time Crawford and Spence fights?
Same thing.
Damn, same thing.
Yeah, same thing. I think everybody's got a boogeyman. Like Deontay Wilder is Tyson Fury's boogeyman. I think Evander Holyfield was Mike Tyson's boogeyman. Honestly, I think it's Lennox Lewis. I think Oliver McCall was his boogeyman.
Really?
But he had a mental breakdown in the fight when he fought him.
Yeah.
Everybody got that dude.
Really?
Got that dude, and you're like, so I just think Crawford's got his number.
Right. I'm a huge Crawford fan, and I like Spence. I've been in the gym with Spence, but I just hope, I'm happy he's fighting him again because people are like, well, you got that, I wouldn't fight again. But sometimes you got to show that, you ain't going out like that again.
Yeah.
I got to do something better than that. I'm hoping when they fight again, at least he do something better. Spence does better than
Is it
that.
locked in, the rematch? There was like some weight clause or something. They didn't know it was gonna be the same weight.
But I thought they both agreed. I thought they agreed to it. But I don't know. I thought they agreed to it. I'm a big Gervonta Davis fan. You like Gervonta Davis?
I don't know who his boogeyman is.
Yeah. He been knocking them boogeyman down. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And I like it because I think he's like the next Mayweather from the part of hip hop likes him. Because when I go see his fights, you got pimps and drug dealers. All that. You got a few regular folks up there, but then you can tell, who's coming out to see my man Gervonta Davis. So that's why when Mayweather was like that.
He's getting better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's getting better. Like some people he's falling off. He's like,
really?
You saw Tyson. He was declining quick because of what he did outside the ring. Gervonta, I'm like this, dude, this is getting better. And he's just so relaxed in the ring. He's like this. Yeah, I mean.
I need to see him fight better opposition, though. A couple more people,
That's not his fault. It's just not out there right now.
No, it's out there. It's out there. That's one thing about boxing I'm so tired of. Back in our times, in the 80s and 90s when I was watching fights, they fought each other. Now they just get online talking shit. And you're like, when are they going to fight? Because Canelo seems like he don't want the real Mexican monster. What's up with that?
He's on Benavidez?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll get done. But it's like this. How about, let's do a stand-up, right? Because boxing is very similar to stand-up.
Okay.
We all know those stand-ups that might not be selling tickets,
right?
But you don't want to go after.
Right, sure.
We all know those. And you'd be like this, he's on the show. Fuck, I gotta work. Boxing the same way. It's like this. Do I really want to fight this dude for less money?
Right.
Or let me go do my own thing over here and make twice as much money. So, I mean, boxing and stand-up, that's the biggest correlation. We don't have a union.
Right.
We got to get our own insurance.
Yeah.
We get in trouble with the IRS because we're not handling our money right. They're not taking the money out because boxers, what I've heard is like the fight's over, and if you got a $17 million check, they walk in, they give you that goddamn check after the fight. And taxes ain't out.
Right. It's up to you to do that.
Yeah, it's all the same. Like boxing is very, and we all know those people.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You know those people like, why didn't he make it? Yeah. I always said my career is like almost like a Winky Wright.
Damn, Winky Wright from Florida.
Winky was like, nobody wanted to fight him. He went to go to Europe, but then when he finally got his shot, he delivered.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to Winky Wright. Wow, I didn't know. Yeah. I'm a big Lomachenko fan. I think that the times he lost, he really didn't lost. That's
Yeah,
to me.
facts.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. That's some shit. I was like, hold on, y'all. But it is what it is with that.
But the problem with Lomachenko, man, is he's so good. If he loses a round,
right.
then you're like, oh, he ain't
doing
himself.
well. Right,
no,
right.
He lost a round.
Right,
And then all of a
that's
sudden,
true.
he loses second, third, fourth round because the dude's more competitive than the other people.
Sure. That's crazy. Like,
What'd you think of Fury and Ngannou?
to be honest, I didn't see the fight. I saw the highlights. I was actually working that week. So I saw you watched the fight.
See, I watch so much like, I try to I buy the fights and then I'll pause it and I'll tell people don't say shit. I can't stand it when like Roman or something trying to be funny like, oh shit, I go shut up.
Right. Don't do it.
I paid $80.
Right.
Don't tell me shit. I paused it.
Right. I hate that too.
I don't think Fury took him serious.
Yeah.
I think if they fight again, I think it's a landslide. Like Fury will show him, all right. Now I'm taking you serious.
I was surprised that he let me that even happened to him. That's an MMA fighter, right? He was an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And got him. Yeah.
But he's a freak. He's a freak of nature. Like if you look at
Did he really look good in the gym, in the ring? Did he really look like a real boxer? Let's be honest.
he looked like a real boxer. Very patient. He looked like he listened to everything everybody told him. And just, some guys ain't listen to the corner. I feel like he would listen to everything his corner was saying. Look, stepping with your left.
Right. I think Tyson was part of his crew, something for a second.
Tyson helped him.
Right. Tyson helped him.
I just think he's a freak. I just think Ngannou's one of them freak. I'm trying to think, like who just stepped into a sport and was like, look at like someone like Walter Payton was in the band in high school.
Oh, was he?
And then just started playing football. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Well, from that part, yeah. But he was in one sport. But you can say that Deion Sanders was like that, a freak, could play different sports and shit, like, man, and do well. Bo Jackson, like, baseball, all that kind of stuff. You're like, wow, to excel. You don't even see people change sports. But I mean, with the boxing, I'm about tired of them arguing and beefing online. These fighters are not fighting each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's get in the ring.
That part.
Right. It's just too much. But, and now this is something I admired about you. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. It took me a while to admire it. Speaking of beef, like comedy beefs, comics are always fucking, now it's turned into some crazy shit now.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you've been called out by people and shit, but I've never really seen you answer them. I was like, damn, you ain't really saying that when people I seen. I'm saying you might have. Obviously.
No.
You may have protected somebody. I remember the time when Monique went crazy about Will Packer. You went on a rant about that.
But here's the thing: I never called her out her name.
Right. Okay.
I never said nothing. Like I just said, and she was, and to this day, she was wrong.
Right.
And it's hard for some people to be like, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that.
Right.
She should have never compared Will Packer to Harvey Weinstein.
Right.
Whatever your issue is with him,
Right.
I thought that was too much.
Right.
And I was like this. I don't know. I don't know why I felt inclined. I think it was more like, this guy really looked out for me at some point in my career.
Well, I could tell.
Let me stand up for him a little bit.
Right.
But when people like, I was disrespectful. No, I was very careful not to be disrespectful. I just said, hey, the problem is you.
Right.
And it's hard for somebody to be like, it was you.
Right.
But I didn't say bitch.
Right.
Ho. No, I said Monique.
Right.
Sure.
Sure.
I was very careful in my words.
Right.
So I was like, and my thing with
selective rage.
Yeah, basically. There's nobody can play what I said back and be like, oh, he called a black woman a name.
Right.
People like to do that narrative. I said, I said Monique.
Right.
And then I think when you're talking about comedian beefs, my thing with comedian beefs is like, dude, you don't know when your name's coming up behind closed doors. And the minute you go off on somebody, they're going, oh, we were about to call you for this. Looks like we'll take you off that list. I'm like,
real
this.
shit.
So I'm just like,
I know that happened to me a couple of times. Sometimes. But no, I was. So you seem to be more like, I'll protect my friends more than care about me. Like me, I don't care if you talk about me. I ain't gonna say nothing. But you fuck with my friends. Would you say you're more?
Well, it's
that
not
kind
gonna.
of person?
It hasn't hurt ticket sales.
Right.
So whatever you're saying, I'm like, you're just helping. And I realize, especially with a divorce, like the internet is one thing, but it's not real. Because I was like this. I go. And people was like, and even Comedy Hype, you guys had a discussion about it, about is this gonna mess up his fan base and stuff?
Right.
And I was like this, I go, no, because the people pay to see you tell jokes.
Right.
Right? So if they like you, they want to hear about the divorce too on stage, but they're gonna pay to see it.
Right.
And I remember when the divorce hit TMZ and everything, right? My life was it was crazy. I'm avoiding a process server. my head's spinning. I'm reading everything on the internet, and there was a week where I was just locked in a hotel room, couldn't go anywhere because I was worried I was going to get served papers.
Right.
And I'm reading everything on the internet. I'm looking at all these interviews and stuff because we were like the hot shit for like a week.
Right.
And I remember I would get on stage at the Baltimore Comedy Factory, and about 45 minutes into my act, and this one lady in the back just goes, "I love you, little cheating ass."
Damn.
And I was like, you don't know how bad I had to hear that right now. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's like, is people really gonna be upset and things like that?
Right.
And then when I realized, oh, they don't care, real people don't care.
Right.
I was like, oh, it's kind of like when you see random people go off on your internet, but you never meet them in person.
Sure.
I've never been like at a grocery store,
Somebody
a
say
football
some
game,
fucked
and
up
somebody
shit,
went off on me.
Right, sure.
Usually they're going like this. I saw that shit you said.
Right.
I saw that.
Right. But, well, you know, the fact that you're here, man, reason why I'm kind of happy that you're here is to show that sometimes people with beef can come together. Or, let's say, whatever it was that we had.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can say, well, I had no beef with you, but the point is that it was. And I remember trying to keep it on the hush for a while. But then our friend, on another podcast, had to bring the motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And then it became stirred up, and then people were hitting me up in the comment, why you do that to Gary? Why you do that? You a sucker ass nigga. I'm like, hold up. Here we go. I was trying to keep it on the low. So let me tell for those, I'm going to beat around the bush a little bit. You can interject. But it basically was hearsay or someone said something. Okay. So the point was, how it started with me was a promoter told me, Gary has a problem with you. And I said, what? What the fuck he has a problem with me for? He said, you can't work with him. I said, man, whatever. So I asked the promoter at the time, I said, well, how really came to hell on my end? I said, well, what did he say? He said, you be doing the same, he said, you be doing the same jokes over and over again. I said, man, fuck him. He do the same jokes over and over again. Now what happened was I realized that this promoter was just bullshit and he didn't know the answer, so he just threw that in as an asshole to tell me something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what Gary said? Fuck Gary. At that point I was like, fuck you. So it was fuck you for a minute, for a while. I was like, fuck you. So finally, I kept going back and forth for like a year or two. I said, you were at a venue in Atlanta, big venue. I said, let me go talk to him and see what the hell's going on. So I go there, and I'm looking for you, and I couldn't find you. But the show started, and someone found me. And they said, let me talk to you. I'm like, who are you? Some lady. And she said, come over here. She said, my client doesn't like you, and you shouldn't be back here, basically. I said, I knew who it was. I said, man, really? So she walked me out. This stuff you might not know. She walked me out to the lobby and was like, all right, you can go. But I had to go do something afterwards anyway, but I just wanted to watch the show and talk to you. So I circled back and went to the back seat of the venue. I get back and I'm watching for a second. Usher was like, you got to leave the building. I said, what? Motherfucker, I'm trying to watch D-Ray produce the Shaq All-Star.
Yeah.
So I go out, and I got a backstage pass, the one you can pull off and shit. So I go out and two comics come, imagine a comic coming to me. What's up, Pete? What's up? I said, man, fuck this. I said, this motherfucking guy kicked me the fuck out of it. Fuck him and his manager. So I took the thing off. I said, you can have him. You go backstage and fuck with him. All right. So the next day, I get a phone call from a comic. And he said, man, what's up with you and Gary? I said, man, fuck him. He said, well, I'm doing the same jokes over and again. He said, that ain't what he told me. I said, what did he tell me? So then he told me what you told him. I said, what? I said, hell no. I was pissed. I was like, first of all, I'm a type of dude, I don't do that shit. I don't talk about other motherfuckers' business on the road. Well, I don't do all that. Yeah. So that's what he was. I said, So I'm gonna tell you how the whole thing goes. So then I said, give me my number so we could talk, because this ain't what I did. They never called me, whatever. So about a couple of years went by. Let me make sure I get this story. So some years went by, and this time I'm furious at you. Fuck it. I want to meet you. I want to see you. I'm fucking. So a promoter called me and said I couldn't be on the show with Bruce. I was booked with Bruce. I said, what do you mean I can't be on the show with Bruce? I don't know. Somebody said you can't be with Bruce. I was like, who the fuck? I said, who's the agent? He told me the agency. I said, man, motherfucking Gary over there, motherfucker. So I called the top of the agent. I emailed the top of it. I said, man, what me and him got together, fuck all that. Don't worry about no other acts. That's a bullshit. But the lower agent, I didn't mention his name, who worked for the lower agent, was more your agent, had told somebody I couldn't work with no clients. Don't you know? That's what he told me. No clients, not just you, but Cheryl Underwood, DL, all my friends. Yeah. If somebody called and said, I want Bill Bellamy, Earthquake, and Pierre, no, Pierre can't work with none of our clients. And I was wondering why I wasn't doing any theaters. Well, then I found out, I called Bruce. Bruce said, nah, man, you working. So while I'm doing the show, I found out what happened. I said, this motherfucker here. So out of nowhere, I get a call. How did that happen? I get a call from that agent. I'm telling you how funky this motherfucker was. I get a call from out of nowhere saying this is so-and-so. I thought somebody was bullshitting me. I thought they fucking with me. Man, fuck you. I hung the phone up. Then he sent me his V card. The V card for those all the businesses, and it said where you work for and all. He said, if you're in LA anytime soon, I want to sit down and talk with you. I said, all right. I happened to go to LA like 3 days later. Just happened to coincidence from Atlanta. I go to LA. I meet with him in his office. You know who I'm going to. I sit down with him. It's a true story. He said, man. I said, are you still with Gary? Fuck Gary. I ain't with him no more. He fucking left. Fuck his ass.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He said, fuck him. Because I'm telling you what he said. And his wife and her fake titties, I hope she get cancer. And I said, hold on. And I said, no, you can't say that, dude. You can't say that now, man. No,
I know
that's
exactly
not cool.
what you're talking about.
Right? I said, hell no, you can't say that now, dude. That's not cool. Because when you was with the motherfucker, you didn't say, you like, oh, bullshit, I'm the fucking man. I said, nah, man, that's fucked up. And he said, I promise you I'm going to get you all the money that I lost you with that. Of course, that didn't happen. Yeah. And then finally, me and you stumbled into each other a couple of times trying to get something happening. And finally, I saw you at my boy worked with you recently at a comedy club. I said, man, all this time I got a dislike for you. This has been 10 years.
Yeah.
I saw you at a comedy club in L.A. Remember that? And I said, let me talk to you, Gary. We sat down. I said, what the fuck is the problem? And you explained what it was. And you said, well, my wife told me this, and I had to go with her. And I was like, you know what? At that point, I said, I respect you on that, but that's not what happened as far as my concern. But I understand what you had to do. You don't know me that well. And then we ran into each other together, not recently, and we squashed it. And I was like, dude, I'm telling you, man. So that's what the whole thing was for all that time. And I lost a lot of fucking money.
Oh, I can unpack it because the agent, my thing is like, I never said don't book Pierre. They said, is there anybody you don't work with? And I said, Pierre.
Right.
So I never said like, don't book him and he don't work with nobody. But as you can see, I know what agent you're talking about. Mm-hmm. He's an emotional, like when I let him go, I'm more the dude, like agents are like gear shifts in a car. You're gonna switch the first second. You ain't gonna be with, most people aren't with the same agency their whole life. When I let that particular agent go, I remember I wasn't trying to email him. I was trying to do a respectful thing. I called him. I'll never forget, I was at the Dallas airport. And I go, hey man, this ain't working out. I said, so I'm gonna go a different direction. And he was like, are you firing me? Are you firing me? And I was like, why you make it sound so bad? Like,
right. Calm down.
And then I remember he like was just going off. He goes, Gary, you're gonna be making $3,000 a month. He goes, within 2 years, you're gonna be completely falling off. He took all the credit for all my stuff. And I said, yo, I'm not letting you go for the stand-up. I'm letting the agency go because I'm not getting any TV and film work. I'm generating it and bringing it to you. You guys aren't bringing me anything. Which happens in this business. Sure. I was trying to be respectful with the dude. Right. And he went left, and it's probably when he called you. So my guess is this is 2016 or 17.
About that time, yeah.
Yep. That's when I let him go.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, I went with another agency. I wasn't happy with them after a year. I let them go. Did the same thing, called the agent, and the agent went, well, it's disappointing. He goes, I feel like I could really have built you. He goes, but I understand. He goes, and we're still cool. I said, that dude, like, you a football fan? Mm-hmm. He's a Jets fan. I sent that dude like a Jets gift package as a thank you for your work. Right. And I was like, and I remember calling my manager, Lisa, I was like, man, it's so different. Like, I call this one dude, he goes left, and I call this other guy, I go, and I'd work with him again. Right. Like, and now that guy is at a different agency. So he gets it, he missed. Right. He makes and even the agent you're talking about, he's not with the agency anymore that he got mad with, that he got mad about. I mean, we're in a gear shift. And as far as like me and you go, like, I heard some stuff. And so I remember talking to my ex about it, and I go, please don't just throw a name out there, just to throw a name out there. Right. And if you, I'm sure if you ask her, I don't know, she'll probably say, this really happened, and you're telling me it didn't happen. But at this point, I was like this. I don't even know. So I'm just going like this. I'm not going to be mad at nobody no more. It's stupid. Right. Well, now, but the point, so here's a question. I was trying to contact you. Everybody was going to give you my number, and you was avoiding it to even clear it up. You didn't want to clear the air, to even say, let me holler at you for a second. Let me holler at you for a second. Is that your white side? Well, hold on.
Nigga would have been like, what the fuck's up, man?
Let me put it this way.
Shit.
You. How about this? Okay. You saw when the divorce happened. I got dragged on social media, by my ex. Right. So that lets you know. What I basically was dealing with. I hear you. Right. So it's like this.
Yeah. I get you. I get that. Well, I didn't know at the time, but and I'll say it on record, I don't remember ever saying that. And we were talking about a certain person. I was like, I don't know a person like that. I ain't know nothing. I was like, I have no fucking idea, and whatever. So it was just, I really, because what was said, I didn't want it to be in my name like that. I'm like, I'm not that kind of guy.
Yeah.
I just really felt that fucked up. So I was trying to rectify the shit, but
I never went to social media. I never went
you
public
did, right,
with any
right,
of it.
Sure.
I was just saying, I mean, basically was this. Agent called and was like, is there anybody you don't work with? And I said, Pierre.
That's funny. You know how
And
many
he was
motherfuckers you
like-
could have picked? Shit. A lot of motherfuckers you don't like.
Well, look at what I thought you did. It's like this. I can't trust this dude on the
Right,
road.
I know that's right.
My last couple openers did me dirty too. So it's just like, so I know what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
I know what happens. And
Damn.
I've never outed them.
Right.
But I'm never working with them again.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I'm not calling clubs going, don't book them.
Right.
I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the time for that.
I didn't know I made the list of don't fuck with him. God damn. I like shit. It's so funny. I didn't know for so long. I was like, why am I at this chuckle hut every motherfucking week? And shit, why am I used to do theaters all the time? And I was like, and it wasn't just for you. I would say, all right, me and you could not work. But when I found out they were doing it for other acts too, I was like, you mother. He just was on your nutsack, the agent, and just was like, I'm gonna make sure Pierre don't work also. Like, that was
I don't
unnecessary.
know. Yeah, that was too much.
Yeah,
that's too much.
Hell yeah, I wasn't working. I was like, it was, whatever. I was like, wow. Let me ask you a question. It's a little personal. I had a friend of mine, my best friend of 21 years, passed away about some years, 2016. And what happened with my career was I came to LA, wasn't known. Then I became, made the movies, and it was great. I had a good time, had the best of everything, cars, movies, money, fucking everything, jewelry, whatever the fuck it was. And then I got tired of the business, because you know how it can be. This business behind the scenes is terrible. Sometimes y'all have no idea. So I moved away from it. Mm-hmm. Then people kept saying, yo, people, you were my favorite comedian, get back out. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back and do it again. So I moved to Atlanta because I could write and produce and direct. So I started getting my career back together. And my best friend, at that point, he came from a place that wasn't really rich, and a place called Springfield, Massachusetts, didn't have no money or whatever, but he's a good, loyal friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And I decided I wanted to help him out now. Like, I done had all the houses and cars and jewelry and all that. I said, my next time around is for you. You know what I'm saying, for you. Mm-hmm. I heard, unfortunately, your brother passed away. Uh-huh. Did you feel like now you're doing it for him too? Because you've had it all. Do you ever think like that? Like, I do this for someone, for him. He's a driving force. Because that's what, right now, for me, when I do stuff, mm-hmm. it's really still for him.
Well, I think with my brother Dallas, I didn't, he died of a heroin overdose, and I didn't know he was on heroin.
Right. Okay.
Right. So I remember it was crazy. This is how you don't know how people work. This business is crazy. So Ride Along comes out, mm-hmm. and it comes out on a Friday. Mm-hmm. And my brother calls me on like Monday, mm-hmm. and he's on the phone, he's crying, he's like, Gary, I don't want to die. He just had a little mm-hmm. girl, he goes, I got a daughter. And keep in mind, I'm in the #1 movie in the country right now. Sure. So I'm like, life's good right now. Sure, so then I'm like, what? And then basically that's how I found out he was on drugs. He was like calling me because he literally had I guess his arm was rather, he was about to shoot a needle into his arm, and he didn't want to do it. So I was like, he never wanted me to know because I was like his big brother. So we shot up, and then the phone went dead, and his girlfriend picks up the phone, calls me back, and she was like, yeah, he just shot up. And I could hear him like moaning in the background. So I called my mom, and she went and got him. I got him in a rehab facility. So that night, it's Monday afternoon, Monday night, he's calling me, because heroin is a morning drug. It's not, people don't go out and do heroin. Like, heroin drug dealers are in business from like 7 a.m. to noon.
Really?
Because people, when you get on heroin, and I've learned all this since my brother. Okay. When you get on heroin, it's you go to bed thinking I got it beat, but then you wake up and that fix is kicking in, and you need it to get your day going. Okay. Right? So he, so we got him in rehab, and then he ended up overdosing. May 20th, 2015 is when he died. But the family on that side is so dysfunctional. Like, he died, and then like 2 years ago, my other brother was found in a grocery store parking lot. It was free. He almost froze to death because I don't know if he's always been on drugs. Okay. But they found him in the parking lot, and like he's not the same now. He's like slow, which is honestly a good thing because he was out there robbing, stealing, just doing dirty shit. And I can never have him at my house. Sure. Because I don't know who's coming after him. Sure. And so so both my brothers one's dead and one is a shell of himself.
So that's not like you weren't that close to him, like it was a motivating factor.
I was close to the one that died.
Right.
Dallas was my
That's what I
dude.
thought I heard. That's what
Dallas was my guy because he was honest about the family dynamic. He knew like his dad, my stepdad, is just off his rocker. He's an abusive dude, and then but like Dallas was honest about it.
Right.
Like here's how you know about my stepdad. Right. This is the perfect story. Sums him up. So when my brother gets out of rehab, they throw a birthday party for my stepdad at like a Longhorn Steakhouse, right?
Woo-wee.
So he goes there. He's got his
Doing it big.
He got his mom there, my grandmother, and
Okay.
like 8 people, brothers and sisters there and stuff. And then he got there. Goes, hey, I don't want you doing the whole birthday thing. Don't be singing happy birthday to me and stuff, right? And of course, my mom went, told the lady, hey, it's his birthday. Yeah. They come over. This is like seeing a movie. They were singing. They come over loud, happy birthday. He looked at mom. He goes, you fucking bitch.
Ooh.
And they went. And they said that Dallas called me and told me this story. So he goes outside to smoke a cigarette, my stepdad, and Dallas goes, the funniest shit though, Gary, he goes, there was like 4 or 5 people clapping, and one person must have been the first day. They finished the goddamn song.
Wow.
So everybody stopped, and one person's still going, happy birthday. And so I said, you're lying, Dallas. He did not do that. He goes, dude. He goes, so I had to go outside, and he goes, I told him, he was like, Dad, you was wrong. You gotta go back in there and apologize. And I guess he walked back in. He goes, well, I guess I owe you guys an apology. I was like, who does that?
Yeah, right.
Like that's just the irrational shit that we grew up in, you know?
Damn.
Like the motherfucker was singing Happy Birthday, and you went left.
Cussed the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think the funny part is the one person sticking
Still
to
doing
it.
it. One thing I know, you're kind of proud of the Ohio comedians. Cause I'm from D.C. I'm proud of them.
DC's who gets Chappelle?
He was born in D.C.
He came up in Ohio though.
No, for a week or two.
Huh?
Hell, don't do that for a week or two. Hell no, you don't get a week.
No. His parents was professors.
No. For what?
In Ohio.
How long do you think he was in Ohio? 2 years maybe.
I don't know. Where was he born?
In D.C.
I don't know. I gotta look that
where
up.
you born at, you got. Well, you know, where you grew up at.
We can't get half and half.
No, hell no.
You get Dave, I get Chappelle.
No. Okay. Now, you name a comic, and then I'll name a comic from D.C. and you name one from
Cat Williams.
Then we got Martin Lawrence.
Steve Harvey.
We got Tommy Davidson.
John Hinton.
We got that's good. Let's go with no. We're going with Dave Chappelle. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck that. Chappelle.
Arsenio Hall.
Damn. Okay. Did I say Wanda Sykes? Wanda Sykes.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Come on now. Yeah.
Ray Combs.
Ray Grant.
Is he the mayor now?
Yeah. No, he didn't get that. But we had.
Hold on. Matt Rife.
God damn. Donnell Rollins. I'm just naming some names, you know. Yeah.
Is he from D.C.?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Donna Ashley Larry's. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's slowing down.
I can go.
He's slowing down.
But you went old school. I can go old school. So I go. I don't even remember. Todd Lynn.
Damn, Todd Lynn.
You know?
Chris Thomas. Mayor of Rap City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You're running out.
What was it?
You're running out, homie.
No, I'm not running out. I'm just thinking. I want to make it a good one. I don't want to do it. What was the guy's name from MASH?
Damn, that ain't a good one. That's an old one.
No, he's from Toledo, though. They got pictures of him over in Toledo when you go.
So you done ran out already.
Well, I did want Chappelle. But I think mine was stronger in the beginning.
I don't know. Chappelle? Martin Lawrence?
That's true.
Shit.
But you got to take Dave out of it.
No, why? You can't do that.
Both.
You can't take that. No, he ain't, man.
Both.
You can't take a 2 years. That mother was 48 years old.
I don't know. You got to take both. Yeah, Martin's strong. Wanda's strong.
Earthquake. Come on, Joe Clark. I'll squash you with this. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Yeah,
you better Google Fatty Arbuckle. Somebody old as shit.
Let me find somebody else I don't work with.
Yeah. I love it.
Because there's a poster, and someone made a poster, and it was like all the big Ohio comics, and I was like, I didn't even know. George Carlin.
Damn. Really? George Carlin, okay, all right. Shit, okay, well, shit. But see, you got to go
George
look.
Carlin, and not comedians, but John Holmes.
Damn. Okay. What was shit?
Oh God, we got.
You know who John Holmes is?
No.
Oh my God, we got a bunch.
Porn star, white guy.
Oh, okay.
Had
We
that.
got. Oh my.
Had that meat level.
Oh my God. Look, Drew Carey.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Forgot about Drew.
What, we got a black.
Well, this motherfucker says famous Ohio. It says Dave Chappelle.
Man, go on with that bullshit.
It just said comics from Ohio.
Wikipedia. We got black. What's black name? What's the guy named Black?
Tim Conway.
No,
yeah, Tim Conway, Karen Burnett show.
Man. Let's stay cool. Let's stay hip.
Phyllis Diller.
Oh, jeez, man.
What are you talking about right now? Nikki Glazer.
You done lost twice with nigga. With what's his name? Damn. All right.
Hold on. I'm trying to
Shit.
think. I don't even know some. Patricia Heaton. Bob Hope.
Damn.
Dude, we're killing you.
No, hold on.
Thanks for the help, internet. Richard Lewis.
My phone is out.
Martin Mull.
Put it in the comments. Who's that black guy? Remember the white guy named Black? Come on.
What?
You know the white guy named Black?
Tom Segura.
Jack Black.
No, not Jack Black. It's another black. It's another black guy.
Molly Shannon.
Oh, well, hold on. You lucky my phone ain't working and shit. I can go there too. I can crank it out there too and shit.
Fred Willard.
Named Black. He screams all the time. Does
Oh, this is
political stuff.
messed up. They got all these pictures of comedians, and then they got Cat. Looks like he's in a courtroom.
Hell no.
I don't like that.
That's the internet. Boo.
Oh my God, Jonathan Winters. I know he's from. Ohio.
See, we talking about comics since 1990. You got them fucking from the
I'm just
40s and
saying.
30s. All right. Ohio.
I forgot Drew Carey's from Ohio.
Yeah, Drew Carey. Shout out to Drew Carey.
But that's Cleveland strong, like just Cleveland alone. Where do you think the funniest comedians come out? I think Chicago.
Chicago got some dope ones. Louis Black. That's what it was. Louis Black's from Chicago, from DC. Yeah, Louis Black. I don't know. Right now, maybe, but think about what Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle and Tommy Davidson did for the landscape of comedy.
That's strong. That's strong for sure. I'm
You know
not
what I'm
saying,
saying?
but I'm talking about like.
Name, besides Bernie Mac, name somebody from Chicago. No disrespect to Chicago. Hold on, that's huge. Hold on. To compare to Martin, what Martin has done, Tommy Davidson or Dave Chappelle.
Well, I'm not talking about just numbers. I'm talking about like
Good comics.
funny.
Oh yeah,
Chicago
has some
the
funny
thing
comics.
about Chicago comics, I think, is they all got different vibes. Because Dion Cole's completely different than D-Ray, which is completely different than Lil Rel, completely different than Leon Rogers.
Right, sure.
Like they got like strong comics that literally have their own voice.
Right.
They figure out who they are.
Right.
That's why I
would
say
agree
like
with that. I agree with that. But the pinnacle, some of the ones I just named you, have really done.
I
change,
think Dave's ours.
I'll call him. I'll let him know.
Let's ask Dave.
Yeah. Let's ask him, man. No, man. I do this thing. I'm gonna see if I don't have my phone. Doesn't ain't work. I'm gonna do this thing called I'm gonna do a thing called Hoish and Broish before I get you out of here. Hoish and Broish is I'm gonna name something. You got 3 seconds to tell me if it's more what dudes do or more if a guy did it over 25. Is it more of a hoish thing to do or a broish thing to do?
All right.
So you only got 3 seconds. What comes to your mind when I say this? If over 25, a man does this, is it a little hoish or broish?
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's go with something. Let's say wear split toe sandals.
Broish.
That's broish. Okay. Let me see another one. A guy that texts you just the letter K.
That's hoish.
And hoish.
My road major does.
Oh hell, damn!
I'm like this, dude, you gotta fucking
put the O.
Put the O on it.
Yeah, put the O, bro. Put the O. Okay. 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 Let me think. A couple more. We had a couple people do some shit. All right. Let me think of a couple more. Huh? Yeah, I thought about that too. A guy that predominantly wears pink. So like an all pink outfit.
That's hoish. Unless one you're from Chicago or Detroit.
A pimpish. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's the one. Okay. Guy that wears skinny jeans. Come on.
That could be broish.
Broish, damn.
Depends on what your physique is. Like you got it. Fucking flaunt it.
Some guys I don't want to wear.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. What's the other one? Damn, I had so many of them. I just look at my phone. Yeah, a guy. Oh, that's you. Good. No problem.
Sorry.
That's all good. A guy that wears the same outfit as his girl. You got the same Timberlands, same jeans, same jacket, whatever. They going out together.
See, that's hard. You can say that hoish, but that pussy might be good. We gonna bag on him and like, if you knew what I knew, you'd be wearing that outfit too, bro.
Oh man. Damn.
To me, that says that's a great pussy.
Is that what it is? Okay.
I don't look at it like, oh, like, dude, your girl got some fire shit.
Because you wearing her shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If you ever, I'll tell you about this way. You ever see me dressing like a girl, just know that pussy good.
Right. Touche. A guy eating a pizza with a knife and fork.
Hoish.
I mean, might want to get dirty or something.
Nah, that's hoish. Don't get pizza then.
Okay. All right. A guy wearing Chelsea boots.
I don't even know what Chelsea boots are.
And I don't even know. You know the boots that come up to your ankle. You know the ankle. You know they got a little zipper on the side. The little brown or whatever.
Oh, no, that's broish. That's not hoish. That's broish.
That's broish. All right.
Someone got some nice sense of style.
A tall dress shoe. Damn, what you call it? Okay. And that's funny because I got 2 pair. Fuck it. But all the guys come on here, but that's my whole shit. I'm like, damn, I got to throw my boots away.
What kind of fucking, hold on, the whole shit is you judge another man.
Yeah, well, that's true too, but that's what we do here in this world.
It's almost like, one time I remember I was, first got to LA and I was with this dude. We had 2 girls at his apartment. And his boy called, he had him on speakerphone. And he goes, where you at? He goes, man, we got two chicks over here and we hang out. He goes, man, fuck all that shit, let's go to the club. I go, he gay.
Oh, yeah.
I said, he gay. You just told him you got girls at the house and he's telling you to go out, leave him.
Yeah.
I go, your friend's gay, dude.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, what we do
fuck
here.
all them hoes, man, let's go out.
There's some hoes in this house. We do a thing called IG creeping. We go to your IG page. Okay, and we just look at some pictures and just pull out some stuff. And we gotta ask you, what was you thinking? What was happening in this picture? All right. All right. So here we go, real quick. Let's go. What was you thinking with this right here? What was you really thinking with this motherfucker?
That's before Burrow got hurt.
Damn.
That was Halloween.
That's your Halloween
Halloween
costume?
outfit.
You just wore the same shit that damn the team played.
Yeah, basically.
Was that the fuck?
I went all out. I had the football, the helmet, and the jersey. That's an authentic one too.
Where'd you go with looking like that? Went to a party?
No, the gym I work out at, we dressed up for Halloween. Everybody came in the morning and everybody was dressed up to work out. So I figured that was a good outfit to work out in and Halloween.
Is this in Ohio?
This is in Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see the next picture. What was you thinking with this right here? Oh, this is your movie. Yeah. Tell me about making this movie, man. How'd you feel? There's a lot of people in there. Shout out to Chris Spencer who directed it.
Yeah, that was dope. Chris, when I had my reality show, our first episode was based on this movie back in 2016. That's crazy. He came and pitched it to me on the reality show. And the whole first episode of my reality show was me being a stripper. And then it came about 5 years later.
Wow.
He got the money for it and called me and was like, I think I was the first one he called. So I was the first one he locked in. Because I remember him telling me he was trying to get some big names.
Look at the cast, though, man. You have Faison to Wesley Snipes to have him in, JB Smoove.
We had so much fun on that movie, man.
Damn.
I think me and Faison had the best time, though.
I can, man. Yeah, I like hanging with Faison.
He's funny, man.
Motherfucker crazy as shit, man. Say what he want to say. You ever notice too about your name? Everybody calls you Gary Owens a lot of times. Don't they with the S? Why?
Black people like S. I guarantee you, somebody here was like, get some water at Kroger's.
Kroger's. Wow, Kroger's. That's funny. It's like, I hate. You're actually right too. It's Kroger.
And it's talking about the Bengals. If one more black person says Joe Burrows, I go, it's Burrow, bro.
Burrow.
I ain't got no S.
That's funny.
Black people
so
like
black
letter
folks
S.
no S on him. Okay.
Yeah, shrimps.
Hell no. Look at this right here.
Man,
this
that's
is
17.
Look at you, man.
Yeah, I was a virgin.
I could tell.
Yeah.
With that face, shit, I can tell. Who fucking with you right at this age, right? But wow, this one went to the McDonald's. This went to the McDonald's in DC.
I didn't wear the Navy outfit to McDonald's.
No, I'm saying this face went to McDonald's. You get your ass whooped doing that shit right there.
No, I was good.
What was
I had cross colors on.
Oh, wow. All right, let's move on. What's the next picture? What we got here? What in the fuck was it? Yeah, I saw this right here.
I follow them on Instagram. They're cool. That's the African kids that be dancing and stuff. They be doing like a lot of. But I like going on their page. Makes me appreciate what I have. Because if they're that happy and they're like outside their house dancing, look at their sandals and dirt road and everything else. They're still happy. So it's not like if you're a little down, I just go to their page and be like,
there you go.
Life ain't that bad.
The hyper kids of Africa.
Yeah.
The hypers.
Hypers kids.
I said hyper. Hypers kids of Africa.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
Oh, good shit. All right, let me see another one. We got another one, you. Ah.
Lindsay. We made it practical. Now that is Lindsay Falk. That's Marshall Falk's ex, baby mama.
Okay.
Yeah. We just been cool. I met her filming Think Like a Man.
Did
she was she was cool with Gab, and then we were, I don't know, she just came out for a weekend and we got cool and friends and we did a practical joke.
Nice.
Like when the divorce happened, I was like, yeah, going to white women.
Oh,
and then she played it up.
That's funny.
Lindsay's cool as shit.
All right, one more picture with it. What in the
Hope it don't say
What the? We just discussed that, motherfucker. We just what the fuck? Zoom in on this motherfucker
That's
here.
the white. That's the white in me, bro.
Dang, dang. Who is that gentleman
That's Chanel, the promoter.
I don't know.
You never done shows with Chanel?
No.
Yeah, he's a promoter, dude. He was in a bad car accident right after Christmas last year.
Oh wow.
And like I went and saw him in the hospital. He was like in a full like body cast, and then this is back in May.
Okay.
And he was just now. I think that was the first time he had gotten out by himself. And we just went and got something to eat, and he was walking real slow. But now he's back promoting.
He's in Houston.
He's in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. He's in Dallas. Okay.
Yeah, and that Rolls Royce is interesting. This guy. This is how crazy about DMs. Guy DM me. Say he's a big fan. You ever come to Dallas? He goes, I have a luxury car business. He goes, if you need something, we can give you a car for the weekend or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's bullshitting. But I went through his link on his page. I was like, oh, he's legit. So I hit him up. And I said, I'm in Dallas. And I'd already planned on renting a car.
Right.
Dude, it was legit. The motherfucker said, he did this. Pick one. And I was like, are you serious? And then I picked that Rolls Royce, and he let me have it for the weekend. And no insurance.
No fee?
The motherfucker gave me the keys.
Damn.
Boop. Drove for the weekend.
You were scared though. You nervous as fuck too,
Yeah,
weren't
I
you?
was.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that. I know that's right.
Well, that was like, we went to Miami years ago, and we saw Flow Rider out, and I heard Flow Rider does this. He goes, yo, G, man, how you in town? I was like, it was 3-4 days. He goes, yo, come by the house, man, get the Bentley for the weekend. Let's take it out, man. It's family, it's love. I was like, I'm good. I'm going to Uber.
Right,
and then my road manager, he started freaking out, man, let's go get the Bentley. I said, what if we wreck it?
Right.
What if we wreck it? We
Right.
wreck Flow Rider's Bentley.
Right.
I go, and it's Miami. We're going to be drinking. Anybody trying to park?
Right.
Just valet and everything. I was like, nah. I said, nah, we're good. But
That's so funny you said too. Sometimes when I go to rental cars and they be like, I'm gonna get you a big car. I'll upgrade you for some crazy shit. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't need to be carjacked, motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah.
We're in Atlanta right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get no gas after 7.
I'm
Yeah.
subtle with my rentals and stuff.
Yeah,
But I
that was
flossed that
shit.
weekend with that. That was
Well,
nice
I don't blame you. All right. That's it, right? All right, cool. So before we go, a couple of things. We do a game called Spin the Wheel. This is a wheel I have on here that has different subjects on it. If it lands on this subject, we need you to participate in this right here. So we need you to give you a real good spin, and that's all kind of stuff. People already know the show; they watched it. You can look at it. We need a spin. Give him a roll, a big roll, real quick. Let's spin it. Hey, let's go. Roll and give me a real Ohio spin and go. What are we gonna land on? What are they gonna land on?
I like your LGBTQ spinning wheel.
That's right. It's for everybody. All right, this is something. Get off your chest. Think of something you want to get off your chest. What bothers you? What the fuck is getting on your nerves out here nowadays? Anything? It could be political. It could be people. It could be somebody bothering you. What is it? Well, no, you can tell me. Well, yeah, let's get on your nerves. Is there something on you? You're tired of?
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Fucking IRS.
Damn. Oh, that's right.
Leave me alone. Damn, dude.
Man, but you make all that money.
Paying you.
Yeah, I know that's right. Damn.
Why is there a pothole?
Right. Well,
I know I've given you enough money. There should be no potholes on earth.
Damn.
That part.
Are you in a part? Are you like making the kind of money where you like at 50% of the bracket type of bullshit where they take so much money
Not
from you?
50. There's a lot though. But
Damn.
there's also, if you got a good accountant, you can get creative with the
Right,
write-offs.
sure,
We're in a
sure.
great line of work.
Come on,
Clothes.
now. Yeah.
Go to movies. Go out to eat. There's a lot of write-offs.
This right here is for the podcast. Honey. Well,
Yeah.
y'all could do
Oh, it's
podcast.
legit. It's legit.
Okay.
We do, but we wear shit on stage.
Podcast watch. I gotta get a podcast watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Legit.
good.
Yeah, IRS, come on.
Yeah, IRS. Fucking come on, man. Damn. IRS has killed more black men than AIDS.
I thought you were gonna say other black men.
Okay. I didn't know to say. I was stuck and shit. Oh, my bad. Shit.
The IRS killed more black men than other black men. What?
Well, I don't know. Other podcasts don't give you no parting gifts. All this is black-owned products. You rocking the shirt. Appreciate that. Look at that there. My man got the shirt on, the PS Panic Room. Okay, like Lavelle on it. So go ahead and check that out. All that is black products. Pull it out. Look at it. Look at it and see what it is. That's my book right there. What that book say right there? Huh? What that say?
My homies and phonies of Hollywood.
My 100 homies and phonies of Hollywood.
Is that me?
Page 87.
Is that me?
No, that's Eminem, man. Shit. Eminem. It's a card game, so you instead of playing Uno, you can play some black card game. That you can get that on comedyhype.com, shop.com. Well, it's written right here. That's a do-rag. I know you don't have no do-rag, but that's a do-rag. That's a rag, man. For your manager, yes, a rag, man. There you go, right there, brother. Who else
take
get
this.
it?
I like
and a
coffee
goddamn
cups.
mug too. You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part is, I collect coffee cups.
Do you really?
So to all this,
Huh.
I collect coffee cups.
Okay, you read too, don't you?
I'll look at. You got pictures?
Yeah, I got pictures. Yeah, I got pictures in there.
I need good
Damn.
pictures. I saw in the back. I saw the historical black books, and I told Brad, I go, ooh, Uncle Tom's Cabin. I go, it's a good read, I heard.
Right.
Something I can't post.
Man, I appreciate you coming through here, dude. Like I said, a couple years ago, this wouldn't be possible. I know for me, my end. I like the fact that I sometimes don't like that we beef. A lot of comedians beef with each other, man. You know, we're in a position, man. We're in a beautiful, you know, we make money making people laugh. They have a good time. Why are we so on each other so much? So pettiness sometimes, man. And I've seen a lot of times on social media, we get on each other. Like you said, social media ain't real. When we see each other, ain't no motherfucker fighting then. It's just talking shit. You know, it's like, why? We're so lucky. So I appreciate that, you took the high road at times when I got pissed off and I spoke online about you and shit, and you never really came back at me. I was like, you know what? Why am I doing this, man? Why am I, let it go? But, it was financial, it was my situation. But I appreciate the fact that you.
I saw Capone stirred up on that interview.
I'm like, motherfucking shit. Okay, here we go with this shit.
I saw Capone.
Yeah.
Pierre's kind of tiptoeing.
Yeah. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, really start that shit. Our other homie over there on his podcast, he brought the shit up too. I was like, come on. So I got no more beef with you, man. If we work together, we work together, man. I have no problem, man. I really think you're a cool dude. Looking at your history, some of the stuff you did, and seeing some of the stuff that came at you that you handled with class and shit, I just say, man, damn, this dude was pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
you.
No, for real talk,
I wish
man.
comics would realize too when they're talking about beefs and stuff, like there's enough for everybody.
Sure.
There's so I learned that when probably about 10 years ago I was in Chicago at the comedy club, and Kevin was at the United Center, and my agent was like, "Yo, Kevin's at the United Center. You sure you want to move this date?" I said, "No, let's just roll it and see what happens." And I ended up selling out all my shows. And of course, he saw the United Center, and I was like this. I go, "Oh, there's enough people and there's enough out here. Everyone can like eat."
That's real talk. That's that's real talk. But sometimes we feel like, like crabs in a barrel and shit. And see somebody go.
Well,
up
still, it really says more about yourself. If you are going off on somebody, whether you're saying they're not funny, whatever your beef is, like you're really telling on yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And comedy is subjective too. You know, everyone can like. So I've heard people say they don't like so and so who's a huge star. And there's other person who's a huge star, but they got enough fan bases. Everybody's not gonna like you. So why are we tripping? You know, like you said, it's enough to go around for everybody. So It is what it is, man. All right, y'all. This is another episode of Pierre's Panic Room. We have my man Gary Owen. Yeah, Gary Owen on the show right there. Yeah, and we gonna go to Kroger's when we finish here. But thank y'all for supporting. Hey, hit the notification bell or the subscription button, man. Subscribe button. Boom, hit that right there. Follow, man. Thank y'all so much when y'all see me in the street. You always come up to me and tell me how much you enjoy this show, man. Pierre's Panic Room. Man, we love the show. I'm going to keep bringing the fly, good guests, man. Great comedians like I did today. Thank y'all. Like I said, hit me on social media. Let people know where they can reach you at, man, on social media right there.
Google.
Damn, that's it right there.
Google my name. That's
when you're big. You say Google. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the name. You like Google and you'll find it and you'll get your way to it. Again, man, Gary, thank you so much, man. Thank you. We out of here, man. Holler at y'all later. Boom. Yeah.
Gary Owen. I survived Pierre's motherfucking panic room, bitch.
If you like that show, like, subscribe, and comment below. Hit the notification bell. Hit the subscribe button, man. We want you around. Appreciate it.